he's kind of playing along like he's my friend and say, oh, who else is not satisfied with this situation? And I trust him, so I name other names of the people I've been talking to.
And he tells him. He tells
him. I'm Thomas Guffi Vestergaard, and I'm chatting with Staxx.
Welcome to this episode of Chatting with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today I got Tom.
So that was kind of brutal. I had some other guys that unalived themselves, and some that drove their car in a ditch or something because of alcohol or drugs as well. At that period, I lost, I think, 10 friends in a year or something. Just they died like flies. I felt it that way. At this point where I'm actually thinking about leaving the party, a guy from Germany that started a club down there or a party, he goes out and they found him a week later in a ditch, beaten to death. So I was kind of, this could be me, because I was, at this point, I was number two. Number one, he was talking about he didn't want to do it anymore because he had some injuries from earlier Raleigh, where he got in a fight with the police, and he had been on top for almost 16 years at that point. So
are the police on you guys' side, or are they against you?
They're against us. Sometimes they would follow us around and make sure that if we were going to the city and going out drinking or something, they would follow us around and go into the restaurant and the bars and say that if you serve these people, you're going to lose your license. So they were kind of trying to make an episode so they could arrest us and take us to jail.
Have you been put in jail before?
I've been in jail 3 times, or not jail, but don't know what you call it in English, but the holding cell.
Yeah,
I believe.
Just arrested, and they put you in the holding cell.
Yeah, but they could never prove that I was a part of what was going on, so they let me go.
So when you're trying to leave this party, are you thinking about moving away?
At that point, I haven't fought that far. The old leader, he goes off, he quits, and then we get a new one. Because of my shift in behavior, they don't trust me anymore, but I'm allowed to stay on as number 2. And this guy, he thinks he's the new king of IRA. He's totally in the head. So after a while, I'm sitting at the office of the headquarters with another guy. We are making the newspaper, and then I'm calling the old boss and telling him what's going on, and I'm saying this is not going to work. He's ruining everything we built up the last 16 years. And he's kind of playing along like he's my friend and say, oh, who else is not satisfied with this situation? And I trust him, so I name other names of the people I've been talking to.
And he tells him. He tells
him. So,
oh man.
So I'm leaving the house because I have my oldest daughter that weekend, a few hours, because I'm not allowed to see her any more than that at this point. So I'm leaving. And after I leave, I was told that 10 guys with hoodies and bats come into the office and beat up my friend and start asking him questions about where I am and what the fuck is going on. What are we doing? Are we trying to take over the party? Are we making a coup or something like that? And after a while, they figure out that that's not the case. So they let him go. And out the door, he calls me and tells me what happened and said, don't go home. They're waiting for you. At this point, I hadn't talked to my mom in 2 years. I called my mother. I say, can I come and visit? I got some going on. And I stay there for a couple of days with my daughter and to try and figure it out. But I'm at this point, because of my friend dying in Germany, I'm kind of paranoid, and I wear bulletproof vest and a gun on me at all times.
Yeah.
I have my phone turned off. I only turn it on when I have to talk to someone for a few minutes, and then I turn it off.
You don't want them to track you, right?
Yeah, I don't want them to track me at all, because I know they have connections in the police. And I also contact friends that I know that they don't know about from before.
Yeah.
And I kind of sleep at their places. I switch a lot, only go out at night and stuff like that.
Wow.
At one point, I'm so frustrated and paranoid that I just think, I can't do this anymore. We need to figure something out. I call up the new leader of the party. And after yelling at me for 15 minutes in the phone, I tell him that I don't want to be a part of this anymore. I'm not trying to steal anything or do anything. I just want out. How do we do this? And I make a promise to him that I'm not allowed to go out for the next year and say that I'm not a member anymore. Because
you're not allowed to go out and say you're not a member. You have to keep saying you're a member.
Yeah, because he just got elected as head. It would look very bad for him if the vice president, he leaves 3 months after he was elected. For me, as I see it, his ego kind of saved my,
Yeah.
And what actually happens afterwards is that I get a phone call from a guy, a drunk guy, sitting inside the cellar of the house, talking with someone else. And he's calling me and said, why they say you're leaving? What's going on? Why have you left? And stuff like that. And I just tell him, no, I didn't feel it anymore, so I'm moving on with my life. Well, he doesn't understand, and he's drunk, so we just talk a little bit, and we hang up on each other. And then the next day, I get a call from the president, and the next day, I post on Facebook that I'm out, and then I get a call from him.
Has it been a year yet?
No.
How long?
It's been 7 months or something.
Long enough, basically, I think, right?
I would think so too, but he's angry. He said, why the f did you do that? We had a deal. I said, but I thought it was broke because this guy, he called me yesterday. So it seemed like everybody knew. So I'm just playing dumb at this point. So it seemed like everybody knew. So I just wanted to explain myself, so I put it out there. And he tells me, okay, but I need to know who it is. So and I know there's no way around it. So I have to tell who called me that the day before.
The drunk guy.
And yeah, too bad for him. But it happens when you do stupid shit, you know. I saw my chance and I took it.